Hey everyone. I just want to start also documenting my own ascension process here. I'll be posting those as well. So this is just such a crazy ride, this whole experience. You know, 6 months ago, I wake up and just regular life is not at all. Nothing is what it seems to be. And the more I become aware of this, the more the magic, you could say, is opening up to me. So last night I got really the closest I've gotten to getting outside my body with astral projection. I'm pretty excited about it because I can tell I'm right there. So, you know, I don't need the candle. I can see my third eye. I can see, I have my focus point. I don't need the candle. So I'm laying there and almost immediately I can tell I'm kind of going into this trance-like state. And my body, I don't know if this happens to anyone else. Maybe you could post a comment for me below. But my whole body, I go into basically sleep paralysis. And I stayed in this state for almost an hour, and I didn't actually get out of my body. I don't know if I'm overthinking it. This time, I kept repeating to myself, relax. Well, then suddenly, my highest self voice came through. And this actually happened in the car to me yesterday while I was communicating with him. He always responds by giving me a pinch on my shoulder. That's the yes. And I've also taken the advice of, I found this on Ryan's site on one of the videos, one of his partners at Unite the Collective. You know, he talks about one of the easiest ways to communicate with your highest self is he has hand signals. So sometimes the pinch, I've noticed, I don't know, maybe I think it's a twitch or whatever. Sometimes it doesn't work, or I don't think it's working. And so I told my high self, I just said, hey, yo, look, we got to come up with something else here. And I'm noticing sometimes this just isn't effective with the pinch. And so I said, you know, left means yes, and my right hand is going to mean no. And I can feel an electrical charge literally corresponds yes or no to every question I ask. It's amazing. So if you don't really know how to communicate with your highest self, you could start with that. It's very basic. It's very simple. So anyway, I developed this, you know, I've been doing this for about a week now with the hand signals, and it's getting stronger and stronger every day that I use it. Yesterday in the car, when I was asking questions, I was getting the hand signals while hearing his voice in my mind. And then I was repeating verbally, saying it out loud, what he was saying to me in my mind, and then he would give me the pinch to say, yes, that's exactly what I just said to you. And it's almost like you have to gain a certain amount of confidence that what's happening is real. Because, you know, here's the thing, guys. You really kind of got to go easy on yourself, because at first, your brain, the little naysayer I call him, the doubting Thomas, whatever so have you, however you were raised, even if you're starting to have these experiences, is going to downplay them. Try to say, oh, you know, that's all your imagination. And I think one of the most key things in the beginning, especially to really deepen the power behind the connection that you're forming with your highest self, seeing the other dimensions, astral projecting, is believing that you can do it, and also that it's a real experience. Don't cheapen it. That can be kind of hard. And I have found myself at times, really? Really? Is this really going on? Or do I need to go check myself into the next mental hospital? That was another thing I want to talk about today. I'm starting to set aside my fear of talking to others about what I'm going through. This is also a call out to anyone who's living in Atlanta. I would like to know who my family, my failure is here in the ATL. Okay? I need a group here that I can be hanging out with, and we can be building our energies together. So, post, if you're in Atlanta and you are going through these experiences, I'd really be interested in maybe talking to you on the phone, Skyping. We could meet for coffee or tea, actually, because I quit drinking coffee. Ooh, how long is it going on? I think I gave that up, I want to say, like 2 weeks ago. It's really actually great. All the different little changes that I've made. I've upped my workouts. It is just, it's got to be done. I'm sitting in the steam room. Ryan, Deer07, suggested that. That really takes things up a notch, too. So, anyway, the communications with the highest self is really, really important. So, while I was astral projecting, once I've been laying there for a while, and if any of you have gotten in this in-between stuck stage, you're going to understand what I'm saying. It's very uncomfortable. It's not scary. I'm not scared at all. I really have no fear of leaving my body. I want to. I'm excited about it. If anything, I get a little overexcited when I think it's about to happen. But I literally, it feels like my body's here and my etheric energy body is half out, half in. And it's stuck. It's like, oh. Last night, I could hear my highest self was going, rise, you're a warrior, rise now, you got this, you've done this millions of times. And it was lifting my body out. And then I fell asleep. So, I'm hoping tonight's gonna be the night. I'm also learning to be very patient with it, because I've been actively practicing now. It's going on, what, 3 weeks, 4 weeks? I don't know, I've lost count because I don't want to time it. I'm kind of one of those types of people that, you know, when I set my mind to something, I don't want to say I'm an A-type personality, but I am. I'm a little bit of an overachiever, so it's been hard for me every night that I have really set my intention is to astral project. I'm going to do this, okay? And then when I wake up the next morning and I realize, you know, I come to and I'm like, shit! But you have to get past that part. So I can really tell that I'm almost there, and I'm pretty excited about it. I would be interested, for those of you that are, you know, just learning and going through this, please post me a video response. You can type me a response, that's fine, but I think it's just so much more interactive to put your face on film and to get on board. So it kind of creates more of a community that way, that you can put like a face and a personality and a voice to each other. I would have never in a million years thought I would be on YouTube talking about this kind of stuff. Any kind of stuff. You know, I'm a writer, so I have that little label for myself. And for those of you that are watching that series, I'll be making another video in a couple of days. I wanted to kind of give you a minute to write your morning pages, and hopefully you're journaling in your channel journal. But anyway, you know, don't get so bogged down with labels either. Last night, for those of you that are also, you know, just learning how to astral project, the vortex kind of dimmed, and I saw, and Ryan had talked about this in one of his videos, seeing like angel wings or something flying and then kind of riding the back of that. That totally happened to me almost as soon as I closed my eyes. There was an outline of a being, whether that was me or my highest self, whatever, it doesn't matter. And it was their back, and I could see the wings like going like this. And that is really, it pulled me the farthest up out of my body that I've experienced yet. I also go through this stage of, there's no other way to explain it than I feel like I'm dematerializing. It's like I can feel my face, it starts to almost bubble, sizzle. It's not scary. I don't want to scare anyone. I'm not getting electrocuted. Some people talk about that. Nothing like that. It's the sensation that I'm dissolving. I don't know what that is. Again, if anyone else is experiencing this, hook it up, you know, tell me about it. I'd love to hear. So that's an update on what's going on with me right now. I'm really enjoying the process. I'm really embracing it, and I'm starting to talk to people about it. I think it's important. This is a big step for me. Letting go. I know I'm not crazy. I know what I'm experiencing is real. I'm not even drinking any alcohol. I'm taking my training very seriously. And so there is no room in my life for anything that is not helping me to push forward in my ascension. So with that, a strong amount of willpower, focus, and confidence is the result of saying, hey, I can't have this knowledge and not share it with my immediate friends and family right now, especially for those, you know, that I love. I love everyone. I love each of you. You know, we're all connected. We're a family. However, out of fear of being judged, I have restrained myself in who I'm talking to about this. So the YouTube was my first step, and now I had a long conversation with, she's my best friend. She lives in Maine now, and I've known her a long time, 15 years. And there are certain friends of mine that even if they're not going through this, I can talk to them. They get me. They always have. And she's one of them. So I was talking to her about this, and she was really interested in it. And so her and I are going to start Skyping, and I'm going to start teaching her. I'm going to start teaching her the way. So I encourage each of you to do the same. We need to link a community of people that are reaching out and reaching everyone as much as we can. Because I know that if I were in the dark, I would want somebody out there fighting for me to give me this information at all costs. It's important. You know, imagine being the person 5 years from now when things are really going to be different, not even knowing what in the hell is going on. I don't even want to imagine that. I'd also like to know if anyone else has a child. My daughter's 9 years old, and I'm trying to teach her these principles because I can't even imagine my daughter not making this transition with me. So this is actually a real concern of mine. I'm not afraid. I have every confidence I have what it takes to train my daughter up in the time that I've got. She's very open to it. I've already been talking to her about it. So thumbs up to the kid. She is like right on board. I'm really excited about it. But if you have a child, if you have some tips you could leave me, or you could, you know, a video would be even better. Any advice on that, I would really enjoy that. And we can start a line of communication that's specifically geared around training our children. So I hope everyone else is enjoying their ascension journey as much as I am, and I look forward to hearing from each one of you. Namaste.